Hi, Eric. I hope you've had a great weekend. Before we get started with all the essays and stuff, I'm going to do something unrelated, and that is fun facts. So, this week's fun fact is that otters, when they're sleeping, hold hands. So, they create a little chain of fuzzy otters floating around in the water so they don't get separated at night. And now you know. So, now that we've gotten that out of the way, I want to go ahead and talk about your essay. I was really excited to see that you had posted a submission, and I opened it up, and um, there are some issues with it, and the main thing is that it appears to be based off of a cartoon or an anime, and while, you did do the work of writing it down and all of that, when you copy a story or characters from another story, it's kind of a problem, and the name of that problem is plagiarism. So this video is mostly going to be about that, and then we'll talk about some of the grammar in your essay, but I think it's just really important to know that you can't take someone else's work and then write it down and turn it in, because when you do that, some people will consider it dishonest, and you can get into a lot of trouble in it. And I mean, you're not in trouble for it right now. It's just, you need to know that that's not something you can do, okay? So, for example, I'm sure you've heard the story about the three little pigs. They build their house out of straw and wooden bricks, and the wolf huffs and puffs. So that's a story that exists already. But if your teacher were to ask you to write a story about animals, you couldn't write down, oh, there was a pig, and he built his house of straw, another one built it of wood, another one built it of brick, and then a wolf came by, and he huffed and puffed, and he couldn't blow the brick house down. If you turned that in, it would be a case of plagiarism. Now, if you were to write a different, unrelated story about turtles saving the world, something that doesn't exist that you came up with yourself, that would be fine, but you can't recycle someone else's work. Okay, so now we're just going to talk about the grammar. Because we're running out of time here, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on your essay per se, but we are going to talk about sentence structure and the use of capitalization and periods in your essay, because while you demonstrate some understanding of it, you can always do a little better, and if you maybe spend some time doing that, it would be really impressively done. So let's start with sentence structure. The sentence, my name is Alex, I am short and I like apples, is what I've got here as an example, and we're just going to talk about what's wrong with that and what should be done with it and why. So first things first, the first word in any sentence is going to have a first letter that is capitalized, so that needs to happen. Second of all, my name, Alex, is a proper noun. So anytime you have a name of a person or a state or something like that, it needs to be capitalized. So we'll put that there. Also, you probably noticed that this is actually where the sentence ends, right after Alex, because it has a subject, a verb, and a direct object or a predicate. So moving on to the next sentence, again, the first word needs to be capitalized. I am short, and I like apples. So apples, of course, is not a proper noun, so that should be lowercase. And again, a period goes at the end. So I hope that cleared some stuff up for you as far as that is concerned. But before I go, I just want to remind you that you did a really good job of demonstrating the story, and I really look forward to your next story or your next essay that you submit, and I'll see you later. Bye.